You want us to smile? Which way you want us to smile? Junaid? Eh? Ahaba mababu na mabibi. Most na mabibi wants to be close by that time. Right. Want to be close by that time. So it must happen like we worked it out. Maybe we need to let certain people know at a certain time when it's going to happen. They must come around, right? And we had the training speech. yeah, with those old ladies. Right. Call Uncle Eddie, hello. No, they'll hand it over to the chauffeurs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Abba Bibi wants to be around.
Yeah,
so what we do now, when Charlie comes now, we see if they're allowing that kind of situation.
Are you going to select those babies?
Yes. Ask Charlie, let them be around us.
I'm very happy, man. How's the old lady?
She's here, she's already here.
I must see her before I go, definitely.
Yeah, the last.
1962, that was the last.
Last we went.
Your sister's birth, Chassel, I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
see them there in Chassel. They have
Nice.
only sisters.
You know it. The light brought us here.
Yeah, one there by Mastan's place, and the other one in 236.
Two is there, but Aju is down and
Down
Rabi is there,
Rabi,
Mastan
yeah,
place.
that's it,
Another
yeah.
one is at 236.
Yeah, 236, yeah. Another one is in 236.
Where's Pet?
That is in Stenger.
Stenger.
You can't do.
Let me explain them. This is what we want on our second connection. Now these guys want to do the whole style of King Race. They say sit, you must sit.
But how many families? The 200?
No, we have to get rich. How many people?
Adam, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you're looking at about 200. Huh?
So, I mean, the whole
You're looking at about 200.
Yeah, from Zanzibar. 90-something years.
Mambo, habari za siku.
Alhamdulillah.
Mimi ndo Bikidude.
Aha.
Ndo mimi. Mimi ukisikia Zanzibar, Ulaya yote, mimi ndo Bikidude.
Mimi ni Amira binti Ali wa hapa South Africa, lakini baba yangu mimi wa kutokea Tanzania. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Khadija.
Alaikum salam. Habari? Alhamdulillah. Salam.
Ninasema tu kidogo Kiswahili sababu baba alikuwa anatusomesha sisi Kiswahili, alikuwa ajui Kiingereza, ajui. Sasa akamwoa mama yangu mimi, alikuwa Hawa. Alipokumwoa yeye, sisi wote tulikuwa tunatusomesha Kiswahili.
Unatokea nchi gani?
Je,
Unatokea nchi gani?
yeye Tanzania.
Give me one. Video. Give me one.
I just have just
Mula, but I don't know which one is which. I don't know Mula, but I know the Mula.
The old man.
They can be only one.
The old man. Inshallah, inshallah. He's coming. He's still coming.
Now my friend was telling me now that on the 25th of January, we must fly to Malaysia, then go to India. So I said, I'll see.
I'm going to Malaysia and right into Kuala Lumpur because we've got our offices right there. I said, I just said, Allah is opening the channels for me.
Sunday.
You can. And when you're done, you can go.
You read a bit of the paper, didn't you? Yeah, your grandfather, he actually played a very, very
Very happy.
Yeah.
Everybody must just be fair. That's excellent, man.
Yeah, no. But hard work, many years, and a lot of patience. Yeah, we got all the guys from all the different
Everybody feels it's quite a big thing, like, you know, because this is the first urban train as well. Yeah, that has been given. The others, the rural area they're doing, but in the urban, this is the first one. Yeah. Well, the whole thing is 43 acres, but some are used up, right?
Okay, inshallah.
The container at the mosque. It's got all of these. Please, right? Thank you.
Drop the value of the land, whatever it is. You know, you're going to drop the value of the place.
Yeah, definitely.
No, we can talk. We can negotiate here amongst ourselves. But with the big people, you see now, we can negotiate amongst ourselves. How far can we go?
Family. I'll tell you now.
How can you cheese on me like a nuclear vegetarian? I'm sorry, that is well.
Nice to meet you. This is our program director.
Say too, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And good to be here. I think it's a historic occasion.
Yeah.
Gentlemen?
Sir?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they love it so much. I got 10 minutes on Channel Africa.
Yeah.
Just one day, so they need to be the first one.
batteries are way here.
Sometimes in Baham to go last time. That's not important.
When we used to call up Kuntu. Kuntu used to be what's the Qadiriya?
Sorry, I'm a bit late, but I had to start off like 2 other functions before, yeah. Give it to. Yes. Thank you.
Councillor Moulton.
Yes, you got a video camera here too. Yes. I kept such a nice smile for you.
Smiling.
Yes. That's all.
Ay,
Papa, you're my name is Hawa. Hi, I'm Brian Kwanazi. I am yours, mommy, yours. I'm Brian Kwanazi.
Where's your brother? Nasema Dar
Sema nzuri.
Mambo.
Mambo gani?
Mambo sema poa.
Alaikum salam. Habari za usiku. Jambo kidogo.
This is Fatima bin Baraka.
Take a picture.
Yeah, you can. So join in.
Hamza Mualim. Mualim, Allah.
Different kinds of music, but
no, they're not looking for me.
Big one.
Anasema ya kuwa kama unakwenda nyuma kwa Zanzibar uchukue wengine. Anakuambia
Tafadhali. Twende. Wala hupati hivi. Sheni nyu.
Okay. No. Sema si jambo.
Haya, tena hivyo, tena unataka ujue.
Happy you are here.
Originally from Islam.
محمد وعبده وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين.
I had plenty about you. Mashallah.
Mimi ndo bikidude.
That is my
Muhammad wala alihi.
No, I'm going to go with this lady to Zanzibar.
No, they did.
I say I'm going to go with them Zanzibar.
Kosho kosho na musula fedha ya mbunga haramu, simlilie Hasani wala ndugu ya Huseni. Ibrahimu kaandika, barua kapeleka, Msumbiji samefika, hadhara ya watu wote. Haya laliswala, haya lalifala, kadhika majiswala ya mumin swala. Mashallah, 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 mashallah. Now I've got something to think of. You see, all these are children left now, all the young ones. Dear. I'm the eldest now. I'm thinking.
I think that's going to be right. It's actually your sense. Just relevant points that are good that you think are happiness. You know that you're sleeping out of it. So what you have a bit of a big ask is serious example. I don't know. Now I'm going to do cutaways. That's that way. You just go for there's a cultural item that's called Morati.
My name is Zaitun Mazia, and it's indeed a great honor and a pleasure for me to stand right here in front of you to be your program director for today's event. And given that this is not just any...
اللهم ربنا أنت أحدا فردا صمدا الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن اللهم إنا نسألك إيمانا كاملا وقلبا خاشعا ويقينا صادقا وعملا متقبلا وتوبة نصوحا وتوبة قبل الموت وراحة إن ربي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير خلق كلهم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وصحبه وبارك وسلم. Oh Allah, to you belongs all praise, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you are the King and the Master of the universe, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we honor you for blessing us with this auspicious day in the history of the community, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant us growth from whatever comes out from here, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you to make the unity of the community. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Come all in Sunday, everyone who's here today who's going to make this occasion an auspicious one. Please, today is a day of an enjoyment. I would like you to enjoy yourself, to celebrate and so that we could remember this occasion for the rest of our lives.
And now, I would like to call upon
community of King's Rest today. A title deed of one of the 5 properties that this community is going to have. Only one of those title deeds, the rest will be coming as we register their land. I think the history know very well. I'm not here for history. I'm here to introduce the dignitaries that are here. I'll start with Councillor. Then after such time when everything has been established, because there are developments that are going to come here. So Mr. Guanyana from Italy is representing the Department of Housing, and we would like Department of Housing to know that among the Zanzibari communities, and they no longer fit the houses where they are, and there's going to be some housing scheme on this very ground, and we would like the department to commit that for the first time, homeowners, they will try to come on board.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We know very well that all the regulations as to come to the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture and Tourism. As we know that this community chose September because that's a heritage month, and unfortunately we couldn't get the 24th because the minister would also be engaged in many functions. So I think the committee decided to choose this day, which is close to the 24th. He is the minister who is responsible for making sure that our heritage is upheld. Minister N.C.
started off and how far we had to struggle for the place to be where it is today, and thus the handover.
Negotiations between the British Consul General John Kerr, the Sultan of Zanzibar, and the authorities of Port Natal resulted in the agreement of our people being shipped to Port Natal due to the shortage of labor. They settled on this land, which was allocated for them for occupation, but the Reuben Bangingfield brothers, after serving for the period of 3 years, in 1899, a group of men, an agreement was entered into by the Bangingfield family and their leading merchants, who later became the Muslim Trust, to hold the land in trust for the benefit of our forebears. Raji, Dilgit, Kemper Jambali, and Mr. Brandon Boyce. This is the team that made this occasion happen. Please give them a very big round of applause.
Somebody would say, please can you be quiet? Yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to introduce.
In KwaZulu-Natal, and the citizens of Durban here today on this groundbreaking historic occasion. After the 1994 elections, the Department of Land Affairs in our new democracy developed and implemented a policy of land reform. This was done in order to effectively address the injustices of forced removals, historical imbalances in access to land, and the lack of land tenure and security. The policy entailed a restitution of redistribution of production land to those who were previously reform which aimed to extend security of tenure to all South Africans under diverse forms of tenure. The government therefore embarked on a land reform program which strengthened the property rights of communities and people already occupying land, mostly the former homelands, allocating available state land first where possible in restituting and redistributing cases, and offered financial support for people to acquire land for residential, farming, and other purposes. We need to be trained in capacity building programs to encourage them to become actively involved in land reform, and to equip service deliverers compiled for the different grants and services which the Department of Land Affairs makes available. In this, the 10th year of our democracy, we celebrate with the Zanzibari community, where dispossessed of beneficial occupancy rights of their land at the block, and the area was declared a white area in terms of the Group Areas Act of 69 of 1955. The then Durban City Council carried out the forced removals in 1961. The community was removed to Bayview Chancellor. And I was told the story, a sad story, that people were told on Thursday that they have to pack up and move on Saturday. How more inhumane could the system have been? The claim has been settled administratively by the Minister of Land Affairs by a restitution award. The Land Claims Commission has acquired and a light commercial office park. As chairperson of economic development in the city, I welcome those developments and will ensure that we fast-track the developments in the city. Showcasing the history of Zanzibaris as freed slaves who were sent to the then British colony of the Land Claims Commission has been negotiating with the eThekwini municipality has agreed in principle to transfer and we've also agreed to act as an implementing agent to the municipal coffers to ensure that the development of the Zanzibar brothers and sisters, this is the liberation we fought for. This is the struggle that we fought for. This is what many of our sons and daughters gave up their lives for. To live in a free and democratic society and to restore all rights to our people. 10 years of freedom and democracy. You celebrate the land that we return to you. Get this development done here in Bluff as speedily as possible. You have the support of the eThekwini municipality and the citizens of Durban. I wish you well. Thank you very much.
We hold Mr. Lobinai to refer to see to it that the development of our community does take place and it is fun. I would like to call upon our Ratib group who are going to entertain us. And without much further ado, I will leave it to them. Thank you.
Usiakane mwenye pale. Usiake mkumeke
Kumekuile pale.
I'm mixing the salad now.
No, don't talk. Just mix the salad, right?
Sit down, Surya.
Are you sure? Oh, people, I'm not a youth in the salad for Hela Valley. The salad Kimura Zoro Valley. You understand?
I'm here to introduce Minister Singh.
Okay, I will come.
I think Minister Singh has been long in politics. And I think this portfolio that he's having now is far better than the others that he has had before. Will never lose their culture. Even the 51. And it's quite interesting actually. And their children can speak, whether it's Zanzibari, I'm not very sure, but they speak the language of when was wrecked. And that history is still as alive as it was when you were dumped into Kingsland. Thank you very much for that. To talk to him, he's there. He's Mr. Available, Minister Available, and let's give him applause for that.
Sing, but I really can't sing. But I always do what they are good at. And today we saw wonderful Rati here, the entertainment group, and I'm looking forward to the other entertainment that's going to follow later on. Well done to this wonderful group for that very function. I was as young as the two young boys that performed here, probably 6, 7, 8 years old, when I was first exposed to this kind of music and dance, when we had a gentleman called Jangi, Mr. Jangi Khan, who used to drive one of my dad's Skoro buses that he had, and Davazita or Morris Finn knows us from the south coast, the Borisons and the Singhs. We used to run buses, and we were invited to Mr. Jangi's house. I saw some blood being spilled as well. So maybe there were a few accidents with the instruments that were being used. And the other thing I should say about the entertainment, my department hosts what is called an Eastern Rendezvous, in particular KwaZulu-Natal. And that is my primary responsibility as the MEC, the provincial minister, responsible for arts, culture and tourism. Just this morning, Sistani, who I've worked with for a number of years when I was in commissioner's office in terms of resettling communities that were dispossessed in South Africa. They are leading KwaZulu-Natal number 1. And it is because you've got committed people working, Tabe and I, that work very closely to bring that matter to finality. And I'm sure and I believe that it has a particular community that has come into KwaZulu-Natal, the old Natal, will be wishing that this kind of settlement which the Land Claims Commissioner's Office has put together becomes a reality for them as well. Just this morning, and when he spoke about the struggle of the Indian in India and what the British colonialists tried to do in India when they went in there. They said the only way we can defeat these Indians that helped them of 5,000 people who've had this indomitable spirit to succeed, to say the government of the past can do whatever they like, throw us out of our houses, take our children out of the schools, throw our luggage on the streets and wherever else in the rain and the windy conditions and everything else. But this community said they will succeed. And today you must feel very, very proud. The honorable government has succeeded. And it is always a few people in the community that have to lead the way. And it is platform and others who may have been part of this movement who led this movement to make sure that justice prevails. They said it, our own father of our nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela Madiba, community need to do to refocus on building on this barren land. Economic development, commercial development, social cohesion. And I want to also support what was said by Brother Nazir earlier on, that you as a community need to give the fullest support to the committee that you have put in charge to drive this vehicle forward. They fought and fought, they were slaves, they were thrown around from pillar to post, but they have ensured that we as their children survive and succeed in this truly rainbow nation of South Africa. That today is a happy occasion and it is also a sad occasion. It's happy because we rejoice about what has happened, but it's also sad because there are a number of people who may have been part of this struggle that have passed on. And we hope that their souls rest in peace, and we hope that their spirit guides this community to do whatever is necessary here in the Bluff. Now, as I said earlier on and as I've been introduced, I am responsible for arts, culture and tourism. It's history through the eyes of certain people only. We want the true history of this country written, and that is a project that we as a department are involved to ensure that the true history of the people of KwaZulu-Natal is documented. We also, my dear brothers and sisters, must not be afraid to practice our religion, to practice our tradition, to practice what our culture teaches us. Because what we must do here in our province and in our country and promote tourism in our country. Now, one of the very good things that I'm happy about my portfolio, I can develop the arts. Here we saw performing arts. I can develop the culture, use the culture and turn it into tourism opportunities. Because this community has decided to put together a tourism center here, so that when people come from far and wide, this culture will see how we can put together some kind of business plan, so that we can get this center up and running. I know there's a lot of money everywhere who have money, but most interestingly, Mr. Chairman, there is an organization called Attitudes and Resolutions in the African Community. They are planning to construct the Accord headquarters in Myanmar. Is that they want to have a cultural center which showcases the culture and the heritage of the people of Africa. What better opportunity we can have when we can showcase the culture of the Zanzibar community amongst and amidst all the other rich cultures of our province. You know, I always say that KwaZulu-Natal in particular is the Europeans have come here, the Asians have come here, so it's a place where Africa, Asia, bound upon any culture, because every cultural tradition is important if we want to continue building ourselves involved in the struggle. It is indeed a remarkable achievement that 10 years into our democracy, the return of your land has become a reality. And I'm sure that while it's become known as King's Rest, the kings and queens of the Zanzibari community will now rest here, not in peace, but rest here in harmony.